Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Solana. We're going to do a full update. I wanted to briefly start off with some fundamentals. I know it's very boring, but it's necessary. I like to look at fundamentals. I think it's good to actually keep an eye on how fundamentally a network is doing. If there's a network behind the coin, behind the crypto, which with Solana obviously is the truth. And then we'll talk about the technicals. Technically, I've gotten a little bit more bearish on Solana, but ultimately, and this might sound confusing, ultimately I'm still bullish. All right. So if I were a financial analyst, I would say short term it's a little bit more of a hold, a little bit more neutral. And long-term / medium term, it's still a buy, and I'll tell you why in this video. And that has multiple reasons. So let's get right into it, because there's quite a lot of things that I want to talk about to get you updated on Solana. So let's get right into it. Now, fundamentally, Solana is still doing great. August the 29th, we actually made new highs with the TVL, at least short term. We're still not at those highs that we reached in January, but we're very, very close to them. There is a linear growth in the network growth right here, so that's great, right? And we've also seen a 8% increase in the stablecoin market cap in the last 7 days. That's quite major as well, to be fair. So fundamentally great. This morning, though, we had a little bit more bearish pressure when we're looking at the markets, right? I mean, if you take a look at Bitcoin, for example, saw quite a lot of bearish pressure coming in. And this is also the major uncertainty. We're starting a new month. How will this month be? All right. How will the early positioning be? We're going to get we're having the interest rate meeting the 17th of September. We have some major news at the end of the week as well. How will, and that's also, you know, how will those events be? What will the data be? And that's also one of the key reasons why I'm getting a little bit more hesitant. You can also see with Solana, technically we broke down below the 7-day rolling VWAP. That's bearish. Whatever way you turn that, that's bearish. But if you look at the 12-hour time frame, we're still in an uptrend. If you look at the daily time frame, we are even in a clearer uptrend. So therefore, I think short term, the probability, especially if we get some bad news over the course of the week, or if Bitcoin is not able to get some sort of a local bottom, I think Solana can drop down into, for example, the next main support level, which is at 193. I think we could potentially spike down lower as well if we have some bad news at the end of the week. At the end of the week, we have non-farm payrolls. We have the unemployment rate. That matters a lot, right? So that is a possibility, but ultimately, the two main reasons why I still think that afterwards we will be able to get a move up into our main price target at 225 and 235 is the fundamentals. I think Solana ultimately on its own fundamentally is doing quite good, but I also, if you look at the higher time frames right here, Sol BTC, so the relative strength of Solana against Bitcoin, is in an uptrend and has just broken above a major resistance level, so that does matter. And perhaps even more relevant, Sol ETH, right? So the relative strength of Solana against Ethereum has pulled back a little bit, but you can also see on the 12-hour time frame and daily time frame it rejected, but on the 12-hour time frame this is at a major support level as well. So I cannot help to be bullish on Solana. I think worst case scenario we do something like this. I think best case scenario we get a very bullish US session tomorrow. Today the markets are closed. We reclaim the 7-day rolling VWAP and we're at 235 by Wednesday. That is a possibility, right? Ultimately, I'm bullish on Solana. I think the recent price action in the markets has also been quite good. So it's just the short term that depends a lot on the news and, you know, short-term price fluctuations across the markets. So that is something I'll keep you updated on, but ultimately my thoughts still remain the same, basically. So yeah, that's it. That's what I think you need to know. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.